Coming up, a DMV super soaker. The National Weather Service had urged caution for 2 million people in D.C. and around the Beltway today. Our team is tracking the impact to your commute and localized damage.
I'll show you some power outages in the region. I'll talk about the radar, and we'll also show you the 7-day forecast and what to expect to start off a new work week. That's all coming up in just a few.
Firefighter rescued where a house fire sent thick smoke into the air and prompted service members to get their colleague out. Longtime leader passes. How Virginia State Senator Janet Howell made local history, plus the governor on Howell's legacy to inspire women. Home repairs are getting more expensive, and work is occasionally tough to come by on a budget. The DIY opportunity to stretch your dollar before your next project.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good Sunday evening. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. Right to your top story. It is the weather, and what a day it was out there. How wet it came down all over the DMV. Scott Sumner, I know we're still dealing with the remnants of it. Some local damage in just a moment. But what are we looking at right now for the rest of the night here?
Well, we do have some lighter rains in and around D.C. We'll start here. Some light to scattered, and in some cases, a few little moderate showers here around Embassy Park, over towards Bellevue Forest. But again, this is not intense. The flood warning that was in effect ran its course basically. It ended at 7:45 this evening, but I'll show you rain amounts or rain estimates here coming up in just a minute, and some of them are absolutely tremendous. We move a little further to the north and west, and you see here a little bit of a rain burst around the Arnoldtown area over towards the Augusta region. Verts 340. That is over towards West Virginia, and Frederick is not too far off to the north and east. Now, south and west of there, we do have some showers, but we also have some thunder and lightning associated with this particular part of the storm, if you will, or part of the rain shower grouping. They have around Warrenton some lightning around 15, Highway 15, further south over towards the Culpeper area. Also seeing some thunder and lightning there around Highway 3 and Raina. And then we widen out the view, and you can see what we do have. The heaviest rain, the early ones that came through at 6 o'clock, they have shifted up towards Newark and moving up towards Philadelphia. So we are now looking at a ragtag grouping of showers moving up from the south and the west. And you can see here by the future tracker that these showers will continue to move across Rappahannock River Valley and the Shenandoah Valley as well over the next couple of hours, eventually moving up into the Cumberland Valley. We will show you that total rain amounts here, or estimates, coming up along with your 7-day forecast. Ben?
Scott, thank you. After those storms passed through largely, some of our neighbors across the DMV are clearing the damage that was left behind. This does include parts of Montgomery County. DC News Now's Dave Laval joins us live in Bethesda along Avalon Drive. Dave, it's pretty dark out there. I understand some crews will be working into the night. Quite a mess for some folks.
Yeah, and what doesn't help is that literally as we came to us, the rain got heavier, as you can probably see. Yeah, it is a big mess out here. We do have crews from Pepco that are waiting to restore power because they can't do anything until this tree that fell behind me is finally removed. Montgomery Fire Rescue crews responded to the scene shortly after 5 o'clock this afternoon, and they made sure that people stayed away from the downed power lines as a safety precaution. The only good news is no one has been injured, but again, the big story out of here, it's still not clear when power will be restored to the surrounding neighborhoods because again, Pepco crews can't do anything until this fallen tree has been removed, and there is no word yet when that will happen. We're live in Bethesda. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Hard journalistic work out there, tracking not doubt the damage, but also in the thick of it all. Dave, thank you. An Arlington County firefighter was hurt today while rescued also was during a house fire this afternoon. More than 100 firefighters responded to this along 33rd Road North just before 2 p.m. Officials did not say what started the fire, but neighbors told us they heard lightning strikes nearby before the sirens came to their neighborhood.
My son and I were outside actually at the time, and we heard a huge lightning bolt. We saw a huge lightning bolt and then just like a explosion. It sounded like a bomb had hit in Arlington someplace. It was incredible.
Wild stuff. That firefighter who was sent to the hospital is expected to be okay. No word of any other injuries. Right now, concert goers who headed to the Karol G concert at the Commander's home in Landover have the all clear. Northwest Stadium issued a shelter in place earlier this afternoon thanks to the storms. Stadium officials had urged folks to take cover for roughly 1 hour. New tonight, a now former Stafford County Sheriff's Office sergeant is behind bars after allegedly purchasing and receiving child sexual abuse material. 37-year-old Justin Foreman allegedly received around 300 videos, at least 11 photos, authored a conversation on the Telegram app from 2023 and 24. Authorities say the majority of the materials appeared to show child sexual abuse. He's currently being held in jail in Alexandria as a U.S. Marshals Service prisoner. Prince George's County police say that a woman was shot at an illegal car meetup in Landover overnight. They responded to University of Maryland Capital Region Hospital after she arrived with a bullet wound. Investigators say she was shot at that meetup on Beaver Road. This is an industrial area not far from Highway 50. No word how she's doing, no word of any suspect descriptions. However, police again took this moment to warn about the dangers they say come at these car meetups. And the D.C. police say a woman walked into a police station after being stabbed while she was carjacked in broad daylight today. Officers say it happened in the Naylor Gardens area along 28th Street and Southeast. Police say the woman was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police were on the lookout for a bald black man driving a gray Volkswagen Jetta. Longtime Virginia State Senator Janet Howell has died at the age of 82. Howell was the Commonwealth's longest-serving female legislator in the state Senate, where she was the first woman to co-chair Virginia's powerful Senate Finance and Appropriations Committee. Howell retired in 2023 after serving as a Democrat for 32 years, representing District 32 in Northern Virginia. Governor Abigail Spanberger calling Senator Howell a fierce advocate for strengthening Virginia's schools and noting her advocacy to represent Fairfax County, saying she set a powerful example for so many of the women who have followed her in Virginia politics. First responders are seeing a massive increase in overdoses this week in D.C. Concerning stuff. They say they responded to roughly 50 people in just 2 days, but now the National Guard is helping patrol a problem area. Our Daniel Hamburg has more details on that spike.
Opioid overdoses continue to be a problem at Starburst Plaza in Northeast.
I've seen them laying down on the street, so they out. I saw 2 the other day on that side of the street, 1 today here, and it kind of be like on a regular basis.
This week, an alert went out at 5 p.m. Wednesday that 25 people had non-fatally overdosed in the previous 24 hours. And from Wednesday into Thursday at 9 a.m., another 23 people overdosed.
There's potentially a bad batch going on. We have had a few of those over the past few weeks.
Cindy Clay is executive director of HIPS, which provides harm reduction services, health care, and support for sex workers and people who use drugs.
We've gone a long way in making sure that naloxone is available to people across the city. We've expanded, outreach services that happen to meet people who, haven't entered treatment.
Friday, the National Guard did a sweep of the area with 5th District police officers. We're told some soldiers helped administer naloxone to reverse overdoses.
Their presence all right with me, somebody got to patrol. Might well be them.
Clay says the overdoses aren't limited to this area, but happening across the district.
We want to get the word out to people. You need to, if you're using, you need to use more carefully. You need to not use alone. You need to consider, not using.
The drug-free zone that was established in that very area ends Monday at 8 o'clock in the morning, and the Guard says they will continue helping where D.C. police need them the most. In Maryland, community members are rallying against the expansion of the proposed ICE office in Hyattsville. Earlier this month, Prince George's County Council approved a request from ICE to expand their facility on Bellcrest Road. That's near the mall at Prince George's. This comes months after Council approved a package of bills that limits how and where ICE can operate. In February, lawmakers also pressed the Department of Homeland Security, asking for detailed info about the plans for the expansion and how they would use the facility. Maryland U.S. Senator Chris Van Hollen, meantime, is proposing legislation to allow immigrants on temporary protected status to remain in the United States. It would allow people with TPS who've lived here for at least 3 years to apply for legal permanent residency. TPS allows immigrants escaping their home countries because of war or natural disasters to live and work here. The U.S. Supreme Court also recently ended protections for Haitian immigrants. Senator Van Hollen introducing this bill, saying that sending long-established immigrants back is not what lawmakers agreed to years ago.
Congress should not just sit back and allow this to happen. Due to our country's broken immigration system, the TPS program is the only legal pathway for many to remain in the United States and keep out of harm's way. And the court's decision is tearing up that pathway.
The latest numbers from the census show more than 20,000 Haitians are living in Maryland. Plans to get fans out to the brand new Commander Stadium once it's up and running. Well, the plans are moving forward. WMATA's board approved a funding agreement for a new rapid bus line. Not just that, upgrades to the stadium Armory Metro stop. We've covered this. $300 million will be used to upgrade elevators, escalators, mezzanines, and expand the north entrance. Plus another $5 million for initial design plans for the Gold Line. That's a new bus line to run from Union Station to the stadium at the RFK Stadium site. This mirrors in part the old streetcar route on the 8th Street and Benning Road. That went away. It's a change some neighbors on 8th Street, though, say they support.
So, yes, I would give it a shot because then I don't have to worry about parking. We need to make the transportation situation as easy as possible.
Because these are reimbursable agreements, the money will ultimately be paid by D.C. taxpayers. We continue to follow the controversy over at Howard University, where they unenrolled more than 500 freshmen. Another college now is stepping up to help. Elizabeth City State University in North Carolina says they will offer to waive the admission fees for students who want to apply there instead. Howard says the unenrolled students were not paid up on their accounts, while many students said it was an error on the college's part. But Maryland leaders are also offering to support impacted freshmen at Howard. All state universities are expediting admissions for Howard students, as well as offering an $800 credit. Students are asked to contact the Maryland Higher Education Commission if they need additional aid. All right, coming up, some simple ways to save some cash, helping you stretch your dollar with how you can join a free DIY class to help spruce up your house. 9:12, a live look at the Kennedy Center. We know it's still raining out there for a lot of us here at home. When is it going to go away? Come again another day. Scott Sumner has your answer after the break.